Hey folks, welcome back to Law Creations. I know it's been a minute since my last video, but I have been active behind the scenes and still creating and just doing a lot of various things that just trying to learn, just trying to try things, some different things. And I've always loved painting. I've always loved painting models and things like that. But this resin 3D printing has opened a whole new avenue for my creativity. And the last 3-4 months I've been really just honing my skills and learning a lot about 3D printing, especially in resin. And I'm definitely not an expert. There's a lot of people on YouTube that know a lot more about resin printing than I do. They know the specs of the machine and so on and so forth. Me, I just concern myself with running it and the results. And I have to say the Elegoo Satin is a fantastic printer. If you're on the fence about what kind of printer, I strongly suggest an Elegoo. I have a Moz 2 Pro that I started with, and now I have a Satin. So this particular Punisher is created by Wicked Art, 3D Wicked Art, and it's a Patreon that I subscribe to, and every month you get a whole bunch of STL files that you can print and you can paint and display for yourself. And that's what I went ahead and did with this particular model. So I got all the files, and I think I had to downsize it like 80% because of the size of my printer. And I'm so happy with the result of this finished piece. This is really my only second completed piece that I've sat and finished. I have done a Hulk, both by Wicked, and that went off to a friend as a commission. And this particular Punisher was my next one, and I'm really happy, very, very happy with this particular Punisher. He printed out really nicely, cleaned him up. I glued them all together, sealed all the, filled in all the seam lines and so on and so forth, sanded it, and really happy with how it came out. I'm especially happy with the paint apps on the face. That was challenging and a lot of fun, and I really am very happy with the outcome. I did like it's kind of a heavy 5 o'clock shadow, and just wanted to give it kind of a different look in regards to his face. And I always save the eyes for last because I dread doing them. I should probably do it first, but I was very fortunate that it only took me one time to do the eyes, and I was very happy with how they turned out. And I was like, I'm stopping right there. I'm not touching it again, because when I go in and I try to change something, I ruin it. So I have to know when to stop. But yeah, this particular piece, obviously the Netflix Punisher, and he was a lot of fun to create. Has a lot of textures. I weathered up his gun here, and if you can see that, I don't know if my lighting is the best, but yeah. So this guy came out really good. I'm looking forward to displaying him, and yeah, very happy with him. Let me see if I can get you guys a closer look in regards to the details. You see the gun, I weathered it with some buff and rub and buff, or whatever you call it, some silver, and there's the face paint apps, the skull, added some UV resin down there on that skull. And yeah, this one was a blast, and it looks really good. I got to kind of touch up the hand. The hand is a little bit of the paint came off. I haven't sealed it yet. And up here, I got there's a little bit of brown in his hair that I have to paint and get cohesive. So this guy was a lot of fun, and let me know what you think about them. And let me show you a few other prints that I did. I'm not sure if I showed this particular werewolf I did and painted. This one is from Loot Studios, and it came 75 millimeter. I think I upscaled them by 200% and got a good size werewolf, and painted him up. I added a little bit of UV resin for some blood, and like he's all weathered. And yeah, I mean, like I tell you guys, I love painting. I love this stuff. Maybe one day I'll make a diorama for this guy. I do have a shadow box diorama that I'm working on, and I think I'd like to show some of the process, but it's involving this guy's tiny. He's about 1/18 scale, but he's just a medieval fantasy type of prisoner. And I'm gonna make a little shadow box for him, kind of along the lines of my last my dungeon shadow box that I did over a year ago. And yeah, just create some atmosphere and something that you can look into, and it kind of takes you into a different in a different world, a fantasy type of environment. So yeah, this guy came out really cool. Loot Studios. They're another Patreon. I belong to two Patreons. It's I do Loot for my fantasy, and I do Wicked for the Marvel and horror movie stuff. And let's see, I did a knight here. This guy is pretty cool. He's just regular 75 millimeter. As you can see, I haven't painted him up. I was busy painting the Punisher. The Punisher took about a month to complete, between the printing process, the cleanup, putting everything together, and then painting. So like I say, I don't move the quickest. So this is just pretty cool from Loot Studios. I just figured he'd be really neat to paint up, and I have a lot more I could show you, but I don't want this video to go too long. I don't want to bore you, but maybe we'll do some maybe I'll do some actual crafting when I do the shadow box diorama for the prisoner, and I'll take you along for a little bit and show you the process, unedited process, because I don't have the time nor the skill to edit. So we'll do it. Maybe we'll do an unedited if you folks are interested. If not, I'll just show you the finished display like I always do. Okay. You guys take care. Enjoy your night, and I'll catch up with you.